Welcome back everyone to the Yoga Habit Challenge. Today is another yin practice for us to slow down and work deeper into our connective tissues. So let's start by coming onto all fours. And we'll press back into a wide-legged child's pose. In yin, it's considered a variation of frog pose. So you can walk your hands out as far in front as they're comfortable to reach as you rest your forehead down. And as always, you can use any props, bolsters under your chest that you'd like here. We'll start with some slow movement side to side for a nice lateral stretch within the spine. Take a deep inhale and you can rise up onto your fingertips. And with your exhale, walk your hands all the way over to the right side. So it's almost like you're laying your chest over your right thigh and you're reaching through the left fingers to really lengthen through the left side. And stay and take a few breaths there. Notice how, being in a lateral bend, you're expanding one side lung more than the other. In this case, it's the left side. That's considered the yin side. So it's called the Ida Nadi, the channel of energy that runs up the left side, the feminine side. So this allows you to tap into your moon energy, your restful energy, your energy of receiving. Two more deep breaths into the left. And then inhale, walk your hands back out in front to center, and then walk them over to the left side. Now reaching through the right arm, lengthening through the whole right side body, what's called the Pingala Nadi. The masculine side energy, the sun side, the giving side. Breathe deeply into the right lung, thus drawing prana into the Pingala Nadi. Two more breaths here. And then inhale to walk your hands back out in front to center. Exhale to settle back at center to find balance between those energies now. Stay silent for a few moments here in child's pose. With your inhale, rise up onto all fours. You can keep your knees where they are, but take your feet out so that your feet are aligned with your knees. We're going to come into a pose called frog pose, a little bit deeper of a groin stretch by sliding the knees outward just until you meet your edge. So your hips and your knees stay in the same plane. Just notice the limitation caused by the muscles within your inner thighs. Where do you start to feel the edge of that stretch? And maybe you're staying on your hands here, so you're really just working into the inner thighs, or maybe you have space to come down onto your forearms, or maybe even down onto your chest. Whatever feels right in your body, again, not pushing past your limit, because we stay for a while in yin, which means you'll have time to sink deeper with gravity. Seeking stillness. Seeking quiet. If it becomes too much, know that you can always lean your hips forward if that helps alleviate some of that stress. But see if you can sit with the discomfort, if you can stay still within it. Few more deep breaths here. And then you can draw your toes together so that you can walk up onto your hands. Draw your knees together. Be gentle with them. Notice that it can sometimes feel very fragile in those muscles after a long stretch, so move slowly and gently for them. And then coming back to all fours, walking the knees in under your hips. We'll take our puppy pose, our heart chakra pose here by walking the hands out in front and sinking the chest down to the mat. So not directing any stretch into the inner thighs, now just directing the stretch into the upper back. Maybe you're resting on your forehead, maybe on your chin. Just allow yourself to stay here for a while, feeling that opening through the thoracic, through the chest, really. Now we'll inhale to release that pose, walking the hands back in line under the shoulders. And then you can cross your legs behind you and sit back into Sukhasana. Bring the soles of your feet together in front of you. And again, in the yin version of butterfly, the heels don't need to be close to the body, rather further out in front, so that we can get a nice rounding of the spine and start working the meridians, the channels of energy that run along our spine. So when the moment feels right for you here in this pose, just allow yourself to bow forward towards your feet, letting the spine round, letting your breaths deepen. The only intention in this practice today is to allow your body to find its softness, to be soft and free. So melt into this pose. Notice what happens in your mind in a long-held pose. Do judgments arise? Do thoughts that are outside of the present moment arise? And rather than forcing them down, can you just watch them? As if you're sitting behind a waterfall and all those thoughts are the water running before you. Where you sit, you're dry and peaceful. And you're just watching those thoughts flow by, unaffected by them, smiling in your little cave behind the waterfall, your heart cave. Take a few more breaths. Maybe you feel your edge receding. And if so, allow these last few breaths to be a little deeper. And then your inhale raises you back up. Use your hands to support the drawing together of the knees. Again, that fragility that can occur within the muscles can make it hard to pull them up on their own. And then walk your hands back behind you. And to waken those muscles back up, let's just take some windshield wipers with the legs, just taking them from side to side. And then settle in for a nice long Shavasana. Softness in the body. Allow yourself to be soft and at peace. Thanks again for practicing with me, yogis. Enjoy your Shavasana, and I'll see you on the mat tomorrow. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.